What's good, y'all boys? What's good, y'all boys? So this is the video you've actually been waiting for. I've been getting hella DMs about this video ever since I've been saying I've been making consistent money with ripping almost every single month now. So in this video, we're actually going to be going over how to make consistent money with ripping and actually make it effective, like the data behind it, how to actually go about it. A lot of people think that ripping is just, one, you need to do stitch clips in order to rip, and two, it's not effective. Like, you can't consistently do it. Like, they think that you can't sit there and make consistent money. They think that you happen to just have to go and just download a video, remove the metadata, or download a video, remove the text, and then go add your own text and then repost on Instagram and Facebook. No, bro. There's an actual system and there's an actual way to go about it effectively. As someone who's been making an extra 5 to 10K a month every single month on top of my winning products already, just pure ripping products, this is gonna like change the game for a lot of you guys and help a lot of you guys out. Can't talk. Help a lot of you guys out to actually be able to make money without ripping, especially the beginners. Bro, you'll make a shit ton of money. So stay tuned for this video because I'm literally gonna break down everything, the strategy that I use, how do I actually go about it, like how to actually make consistent money ripping every single month. Because again, it's not a one-time thing where you just happen and all these things. Like, no, it actually works. So stay tuned for this video, bro. I'm gonna give you guys a lot of sauce. So yeah, bro, just keep moving, keep pushing, and let's get to it. I wouldn't promote it if I actually haven't been doing it, but I've been making consistent money ripping every single month. Like, I've been making an extra 5 to 10K every single month ripping. Like, this is not luck. This is all database, because I wouldn't promote something that was luck. But most of the time, the reason why people can't promote ripping is, one, it's ineffective the way people go about it, because it's just luck, bro. They just go download a video, change the text, and then after they change the text, they'll go and they'll just post it on Instagram or Facebook, and then they happen to go viral, and 1 out of every 30 videos will go viral. And then they'll like, it's like luck. It's not like actually effective with data, like actually showing that you can do it on a consistent basis and actually make consistent money with it. So that's why like nobody could really promote it, right? And also nobody really has like the breakdowns. Like, nobody can really explain to you why ripping actually works, right? That's the key, why ripping works. Or most people think that you can only do stitch clips and make money with ripping. Like, people think that you have to be able to do stitch clips in order to make money with ripping, which is not true at all. That's also another thing I'm going to debunk right here. It's not only stitch clips that make like you be able to go viral with ripping. No, bro, that's not true at all. It's multiple different things that go into play, which I'm gonna break down here. So this is the strategy that I use and the way I go about actually ripping. So again, me and my boy Reen, like I said, when we were going and reposting one-on-one, it just wasn't effective. Like, it was luck. Like, it wasn't like skill. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's no, like, we can't break down why it worked. You feel what I'm saying? So we would just repost one-on-one. 1 out of every 30 videos would do good. And it's like, well, then that's not effective, because then it's like, 1, you can't replicate that, and 2, you can't actually break down why it worked. Or most of the time, the only reason it did work is because you're reposting on a different platform, which is doing something different. You feel what I'm saying? So then after that, we were like, all right. So me and my boy Reem literally went in the trenches, bro. We went in the trenches for 2 months straight while we were running up our own products filming. We were ripping, bro, for 2 months straight, testing everything, figuring out the ins and outs, what you can do, what you can't do, why ripping works, actually breaking down exactly like the actual format, how to actually go viral consistently ripping, how to actually test products and outcompete competitors ripping, all these things. Like, we broke that shit down to a T and came up with a strategy that works, bro. So, bro, get your pen and fucking paper out, bro, because this shit about to be, I'm trying to tell y'all boys. So first things first, there's one thing you have to understand about ripping. First things first, you need to look at ripping like you're actually testing the product, bro. You need to look at ripping like you're actually testing the product. Don't look at ripping like it's just something that you're doing on the side. No, you have to genuinely look at ripping like you're testing the product, okay? This is not something you're doing on the side. No, this is an actual product that you're testing. Don't look at it like it's some side shit where if you happen to go viral, you'll make money. Or if you happen, you might make a little bit of money. Like, no, you need to actually run the shit and do ripping like you're actually testing the product, bro. That is the key. So, that's the first thing. Don't look at ripping like you're actually testing the product. You're actually testing the product. Oh, my bad. The reason why ripping works and the reason why reposting one-on-one doesn't, or the reason why whipping works and why it's the stitch clip method, I'm sure you guys know, where you can just do a whole bunch of stitch clips, put it together, and then you'll get views. The reason why it works is because you're making your own original content, right? Think about it like this. If you can do stitch clips, right, and go and steal other people's videos and call them stitch clips and cut those up and put that into your product and you still go viral and get views, right? What is that? That's just you, and you're not getting like flagged for unoriginal content, right? What does that mean? So if you can do that, right, You're not getting flagged for rigid content. The reason why is because you're cutting it up. You're not stealing the whole video. You're literally cutting it up into multiple different videos and putting it all to one, right? So when the stitch clip method that people talk about is when you'll go find like stitch clips, like for instance, like failing business, like the emotional stitch clips that people do, and you'll cut them up into multiple different videos, or like you'll like make all the stitch clips of the emotional stitch clips, all that stuff, and then you'll go and you'll show your product at the end, or you'll go steal somebody else's product and show that at the end, and then you'll go viral, right? The reason why that works is because you're not like the TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, they look at that as original content. Because when you're cutting up multiple different videos and putting it all into one, they look at it as original content. They don't look at it as like you stealing, like, or you unoriginal, because you're cutting it up and you're putting multiple videos together. On Instagram, if you go in the policies, I remember because I actually looked this one day, those meme pages or those pages that repost one-to-one, not repost one-to-one, but they'll go and they'll repost other people's content and it goes stupid viral. The reason why it works is because of the fact that they're not just reposting one for one. They're actually cutting it up and they're putting multiple different parodies together and make it one whole video. That's why. Bro, ripping works. Reposting and ripping is different. Ripping, you need to make sure, and the reason why the stitch clip method works is because you're cutting things up into multiple, like you're cutting up multiple original videos and putting it all into one, right? That's why it's looked at as original content. So when me and my boy like kind of found out about this and we're like, oh shit, so obviously remember the ripping method works where you can cut up people's content using stitch clips, like emotional stitch clips, POV camera. If you did like POV clips of like showing skiing and shit like that, that works. Like run to IKEA, that works because you're stealing quote unquote stitch clips and you're cutting it up and then showing the competitor's video, so it's coming up as original content, right? So after that, this is where like it kind of goes into play, where the rules of ripping actually come into play. So when you're ripping, basically you could steal any video. It's not like just stitch clips. Like it's not just stitch clips, bro. You could steal any video. And as long as for me, this is how it works, because I want to get traction on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. If you're not focused on TikTok, you don't have to be fully like, you don't have to care about it as much, okay? But or you can like be a little bit more lenient, bro. But because I'm trying to go viral on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and I typically focus on going viral on TikTok first when I'm ripping, the first rule of thumb when it comes to ripping is when you steal a video, right, and you download a video, okay? When you download a video, you only want to use like 3 to 4 seconds, 5 seconds at the most. So when I'm ripping, what I'm doing is I'm cutting up multiple different videos and keeping them within the 3 to 5 second range at the most, and putting them all together. So you only ever want to use I only use 3 to 4 seconds, like at the most. I've split tested this multiple times. If I use more than 4 seconds, typically, because I'm not doing stitch clips. Again, I'm just actually stealing up real content. If I go and I'm just making one whole video, if I go and I use more than 4 seconds of whatever video I stole, I'll get shadow banned. And I've tested this multiple times on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. For TikTok and YouTube, whenever I use more than 4 seconds, I end up getting shadow banned. Because I just like, it gets flagged for like me stealing content. Like for me personally, every time I've done it. So I have a rule. I only use up to 3 to 5 seconds for each video that I steal. And what I do is, like I said, it's like doing stitch clips, but you're actually going and testing the product. So what I do is I look at the competitor, right? I'll look at the competitor and I'll go, and when I go look at the competitor, I'll go and I'll sit there. I'll be like, okay, do they have multiple videos that I can steal? Because the thing is, when you first start running the product, or when the competitors first run the product, you have to enter like 3 to 5 videos deep. This is what I do. Most of the time when people film content, but they'll film in like the same background, same area, all that stuff. Like most of the time, people don't even switch up backgrounds, bro. Especially when they're split testing, like the video will always look the exact same. Like I'll put some examples on the screen or some shit, right? So what I'll do, right, is I'll look at their account and I'll download multiple of their videos. And when I download multiple of their videos, I'll cut it up into 3 to 5 second clips per video. I never use more than 3 to 5 seconds per video that I steal. So I'll download the video. I'll cut it up into 3 to 5 seconds for each video that I steal. So say I steal one video, right? I'll take that video, I'll use 3 to 5 seconds at the most for that video. Then I'll go download another video and I'll use 3 to 5 seconds for that video. And I'll literally sync all the competitors' videos into one to make one whole video, and then I'll go and I'll post it. And sometimes I've done this, but like I know it doesn't matter as much, but I follow this. I remove the metadata sometimes. Even though I know people don't really care, I have conviction that it works, so it just works for me. But I'll remove the metadata sometimes, and I've split tested this. It can work, and it doesn't work sometimes. But for me, I just like to be cautious. So I'll do it, and I'll go and I'll remove the metadata. And when I do that, I posted it, and you get traction. Because the reason being is because of the fact that you're cutting up multiple of the competitors' videos into 3 to 5 second clips. So the platforms don't look at you as like you're stealing content. They look at it as original content, because multiple different videos cut up into one. Same thing as stitch clips. What are stitch clips? Stitch clips are literally just you cutting up different videos of like emotional or something like that into one video and then putting it all together, right? So with that being said, it's the same thing when you're just ripping content from the competitor. You could literally steal their content, all their content, and just literally cut it up into 3 to 5 second clips, but make it all into one whole video, your own video, and you'll get traction, you'll get views, bro. I've done this multiple times before, bro. I've been doing this on a consistent basis. I'm actually gonna pull up an account on the screen. I'm gonna show an account. I don't really care to leak the product, to be honest with you. I'll show an account on the screen of one account that I've actually done this with, and I've been getting consistent views with. Targeting is like fried on there or some shit. But I'll show an account that I've been getting consistent views with. And all I'm doing is I'm ripping the competitor, but I'm following the rule that I said. 3 to 5 seconds per clip that I steal from the competitor. I'll download multiple of the competitors' videos, and I'll go and I'll put it all together, sync it all together into one video. And because I'm syncing it and I'm taking multiple of their videos and putting it all together in one, it will allow me to not get shadow banned, and I get like looked at as original content. I've done this multiple times. Again, here's an account on the screen. I'm probably gonna show like the POV goggles, one of those products that I ran. I think I'm still actively running it, but I don't give a fuck. Well, now I know I am still actively running it, but I don't care to show. Like I said, so you guys can see on the screen, I'm showing it. I'm sure I'm scrolling through it, showing you guys examples of like what the content looks like. You can also go look up the account yourself, kind of see what I was doing. But yeah, so that's the first rule. The first rule, especially again, when you want to make consistent money with it, there's certain rules to follow. So I'm gonna get into that. But when it comes to just ripping so you don't get shadow banned, you want to basically download multiple of the competitors' videos and put it together all in one, and like keep it, each clip that you steal, under 3 to 5 seconds. When you keep it 3 to 5 seconds long, you won't get shadow banned, and then you'll get looked at as original content. Because think about it, if stitch clips are if stitch clips are like, what are stitch clips? Stitch clips are just you download the multiple different videos, cutting it up and putting it all to one, and then you go and steal the competitor's video. No, you literally can just go steal all the competitor's content, cut it up into 3 to 5 seconds, and literally just sync it all together, his own content, and post it, and you won't get shadow banned. I've done this multiple times, and I don't get shadow banned. Now, with that being said, the second rule of thumb, or the second thing typically to go viral, is being different. So when it comes to making consistent money with ripping, it all comes down to your own skill level and organic, right? So with ripping, like, I guess there's like some quote unquote pros and cons, but like there really is no con, to be honest with you. Like the only con is you'll just never be the first person on a product if you follow ripping, but it doesn't really matter because you can outcompete the competitor. Like I've done this multiple times, which I'll get into. But with ripping, you typically want to do something different. So with ripping, for me, if I'm the second competitor on the product, I can copy what the competitor is doing with a 3 to 5 second clip, 3 to 5 seconds. I can copy them and I can go viral. And a lot of people preach, oh, copy one for one, copy one for one, copy one for one. The reason why copying one for one isn't as effective with ripping is because you're already stealing their content. It's not original content. So because of that fact, it's extremely hard to, not extremely hard, it can't work, but if there's 5 niggas or 3 to 5 niggas doing the same exact thing, you're not gonna go viral, bro. That's just how it is. If there's already, for me, I've been able to copy the competitor one for one if I'm the second competitor on the product and I follow this 3 to 5 second rule strategy, and I'll go viral. I've done this multiple times. Again, I've been making consistent money with this for like 5 months plus. And I can show you all screenshots and all that stuff. But if I'm the third person on the product, or I know for a fact everybody's gonna hop on the product, this is where your organic dropshipping skills come into play. So what I'll do is I'll look at the product, right? And what I'll do is before I run the product, the first thing I'll do is I'll ask myself, what can I do different? So what I mean by this is that when you're running a product, if you know everybody's either gonna hop on the product, you know there's hella niggas on the product, you have to figure out a way to be different. You have to either find a new concept, a new viral ad format that nobody's done yet, and be the first person to do it with that product, and you'll go viral. A new angle with the product, so take a new angle with it, a new platform or a new country, take it to a new country, right? So typically when it comes to ripping, going viral when you're like the third or fourth person on the product and you're just copying what everybody does, you're not gonna be able to replicate it. You're not gonna be able to go crazy viral. Because we're ripping, you making the content original is what makes it go viral. That's why the 3 to 5 second rule applies really well. But if you're the third person on the product, you're already at a disadvantage because you're ripping. Again, I've tested this multiple times. You're already at a disadvantage because you're ripping. So what you have to do is, if you see the product and you look and there's already two people on the product, you need to figure out a way to find, you need to find you need to go do a new viral ad format that nobody has done yet. So what I mean by this is, like, for instance, so if say everybody's doing 3, 2, 1, go do run to IKEA. So let's say that everybody's done run to IKEA in 3, 2, 1, then you could do how do I explain this, so you show the shocked girl. Or you can go and let's say all of those have been done. Then what I'll do is, like, let me think of a viral ad format. You could do the cooking concept, the 3, you know what I'm saying? It's just viral ad formats, you feel me? I can't really think of too many off the top of my head, but you could do new viral ad formats. Doing new viral ad formats will allow you to go viral because you're making the content original, right? So when it comes to ripping, the best way to go about it is just finding things that haven't been done with the product yet and doing that first. So new ad formats, new concepts. If you look at the competitor and you know everybody's about to hop on it, I personally immediately do concepts, viral ad formats that haven't been done with that product already, and that will go viral. Because not only, like I said, you're following the 3 to 5 second rule, which makes you so you don't go viral, but you're bringing a new viral ad format to the product, which will allow you to go viral, because of the fact that not only are you doing 3 to 5 seconds so you don't get flagged for unoriginal content, but now you're doing a new concept that hasn't been viral. So I always go, and this goes back into my testing strategy. So when I'm ripping and I see somebody who's going and they are going viral with the product, and I'm either the third person on it or I know everybody's about to hop on it, I'll just do new viral ad formats that haven't been done with this product. And because you do a new viral ad format that hasn't been done, you'll go viral. It happens all the time. And that's one of the things I always do. The moment when it comes to ripping, if I know I'm not going to be the second person on it, I'll immediately do something different. But that's the second rule of thumb. Be different. So always find a new viral ad format. Second is new angle. So you literally can go rip. This is what I do. I'll go and I'll rip the competitor. Rip the competitor. I'll do the 3 to 5 second rule. I always say rip the competitor, but I'll take a new angle with it. And I'll just steal their content and take a new angle, and I'll go viral. I've done this multiple times. One product that I ran up last month, I did like 6K with it. All I did was I stole the competitor's content and I just did a new angle. I literally found a new angle that hasn't been touched with the product, and I just stole the content, did a new angle, and I went crazy, bro. I did like 8 million views, bro. And I've done this multiple times because of the fact that I'm taking a new angle. Not only am I following the 3 to 5 second rule, because again, people only talk about Instagram, Facebook. No, I get consistent views on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Like all platforms. It's not just Instagram, Facebook, where I just do stitch clips and I go viral. Like, no. And I literally steal content on TikTok and I go viral as well. So I'll take a new angle with the product. So let's say a POV camera, right? Everybody's doing tattoo artists or some shit. I'll do equestrian and I'll go viral like that. Because I'm taking a new angle with it while also following the 3 to 5 second rule, I won't get flagged for unoriginal content, and I'll go viral. That's something that I always kind of like follow. Because again, everybody always focuses on Instagram and Facebook ripping, but you can rip on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube and get traction on all platforms consistently, bro. Consistently. That's super important. And it's not just stitch clips. Like I said, it's literally just regular content, and you go viral. You feel me? But be different. So you want to find new angle, new concept, new platform is key. But like, again, that's kind of cooked right now because everybody's on Facebook now. That's the main reason why most people are going viral with ripping, because of the fact that, or reposting one-on-one, because they'll just repost on a product that hasn't been ran on Facebook or hasn't been ran on a certain platform, and they'll go viral. No, you need to actually understand why things go viral, why ripping works. The reason why ripping works is because when you follow the system of doing something that hasn't been done before with the product, that's why it works. Unless you're the second person on it, then you can just rip them, follow the 3 to 5 second rule, and you'll go viral like that if you're the second person on the product. But yeah, or a new country. Bro, you literally can just go, this is something that nobody talks about. You literally can just go find somebody who's run the product, go take that product, change the language, and repost it, and it'll go viral. You don't even have to follow the 3 to 5 second rule for this. you literally can just repost that shit and change the language to Germany and go crazy viral like that, because you're literally taking a product to a new country, and you don't need no VPN, you don't need none of that shit. That VPN shit is a myth, bro. I've literally ran up products in different countries, and all I did, because nobody was on the product in a different country, I'll just change the language. I'll just literally change the language, repost the video on Instagram and Facebook, and go viral. For TikTok, you do need a VPN or something like that, or you do need to be in the country. But for Instagram and Facebook, that shit don't matter, bro. Just change the language and post that shit and repost it, and you'll go viral. I've done this multiple times. But if there are in Germany, then follow the 3 to 5 second rule. But you could take it to Germany, and the reason why ripping works really well is because nobody has taken that product to that market. So it's really like you bringing the product to the market, and all you have to do is steal the competitor's content, repost that shit in Germany, and you'll go crazy viral, bro. You'll go crazy viral. So when it comes to ripping, one of the biggest things is where your organic still come into place, and also finding gaps in the market. So like I said, the 3 to 5 second rule is super important when it comes to TikTok and YouTube, because it allows you to cut up the competitors' videos, especially for Instagram and Facebook also, but they're not as strict, if that makes sense. Like, you can use like 6 to 7 seconds of a video, and then use another 6 to 7 seconds of a video, and like cut it up, the competitors' videos into one video, and you'll get hella traction, like I said. And again, I've done this multiple times. I've been making consistent money with ripping for months, bro. For months. So it's not luck. This is actually a database. Like, I've tested everything. TikTok and YouTube, right? But even on Instagram and Facebook, it's still better to cut up the content, because and not just repost one-on-one, because again, you're not getting flagged. If you literally, but this, I've done it before. If you go take the competitor's video, repost it on your own platform, they'll literally tag the competitor. Like, they'll tag that main competitor, or they'll tell the main competitor. It happens all the time. So you need to actually cut it up. And that's why I say follow the 3 to 5 second rule. It's super important for TikTok and YouTube. I do this all the time. And this is just not for stitch clips, bro. Like I said, you could do this with any content, any of the competitors' content. Just steal that shit and go viral. You need to start doing something different. Again, understand that going viral is not the content. It's the concepts. Concepts is what allow you to go viral, bro. And there's so much content out there that you can rip anything and come up with your own concepts, or also do viral ad formats. Literally, you could just go steal somebody else's video of them doing a certain concept. Let's say 3, 2, 1, right? Because it's not about stitch clips, bro. It's about you cutting up the content. Stitch clips is just you cutting up content, bro. So you follow somebody, you use 4 seconds of their clip of them doing the 3, 2, 1, right? And then what I'll do, because I know a lot of people sit there and they'll be like, well, if I'm only using one of their videos, I'm cutting up 4 seconds, so 3, 2, 1 is too long for that. Bro, people split test all the time. Go to a video where they did the 3, 2, 1, and then find another video where they split tested it, and then go and sync it together. So you can literally sync it together. I'll put an example on the screen, but you can literally sync it together to where they'll do 3, 2, 1, and then you'll cut it up to the next video where they did 3, 2, 1 again. But the moment they're about to flip it, then you can sync it together to make it look like original. It just looks real, and you would never know it's ripped. Formats, bro. If you just repost one-on-one, that's not effective, bro. Again, I've tested that before. You'll go viral 1 out of every 40 times. No, you need to actually go about ripping like you're testing a product and following these rules. I literally just went viral with a product 2 days ago doing this, and I'm printing right now from it, bro. Printing right now from it. I'm at like $700 a day with it. Formats and go from there. Now, when it comes to outcompeting the competitor, again, this is where your organic skills are going to play. Your ripping and how much money you make ripping will reflect in how good you are at organic, bro. That's the main thing. So if you're a demon in organic already, ripping will work crazy for you, because the effectiveness of how you could use it. You have to actually know how to do organic to make ripping effective, bro. You have to. That's something that's super important. The reason why I've been making consistent extra 10K months ripping is because I make it effective. And the reason why I've had a 25, 30K month ripping is because I know how to use it effectively. Your organic skills will show in your ripping, bro. It's super, super important how much money you can make. So you need to also understand the fundamentals of organic, and you need to understand how to actually make money with organic, and understand the fundamentals, understand like how to actually test products and how to split test correctly, how to go about why videos go viral, why there's viral ad formats, and that will reflect in the money you make ripping. So that's super, super important. So remember that. And how to actually outcompete competitors, because again, I've outcompete competitors ripping. Like, I've done this multiple times. Like, I've seen a competitor, bro. This wasn't me, but this was my boy, bro. The nigga went viral, did 3 million views. The main competitor, my boy, came in and did 10 million views, ripping his shit, right? And the reason being is because once you go viral, once you do the new viral ad formats that the competitor hasn't done, what you can do is once you get that viral, like that viral, like say that viral video, whatever it is, and now you have a primed account. Now it's just you and the competitor going back and forth and seeing like, okay, who's gonna win? Like the same thing as regular organic. So this is where your organic skills come into play. The volume you're posting videos, how you're actually going about testing, new variants, new variants, adding new variants to the account, going in, having multiple accounts ripping his product, ripping his content, and testing correctly. Because then, like I said, think about it. If you and the competitor are posting, right, and then he has it like say you guys like even match or whatever it is, or like you both have gone the same amount of route, right? What you could do is two things. One, find just post out more content, testing multiple different ad formats that they haven't tested yet. So again, if there's multiple different viral ad formats that they haven't tested, I'll do all the viral ad formats, even the most viral ad formats that don't convert as high, to just get the account and completely blow them out the water. And then I'll make 3 new accounts and just rip their content, doing ad formats that they haven't tried yet as well, and I haven't tried on my main account, and I'll go around on 3 other accounts doing that, and I'll have 4 accounts posting at the same time, fucking completely destroying the competitor. Bro, like I said, my highest month so far is ripping is like 25, 30K. But bro, I know somebody who's done 100K a month ripping, 20K a month. Destroy this limiting belief that you can't make consistent 5 figures a month ripping. You can't make 6 figures a month ripping. Bro, that's a limiting belief. That shit is out the water. That shit's gone. And if you follow this strategy and these rules that I set in place to actually be able to, these rules I set in place for ripping, then you will make consistent money ripping. I really hope this video helped you guys out and helped you guys, like, give you guys a sauce you've been looking for. And like I said, that's the whole time I'm here, bro. So as you can see, bro, I'm just a regular nigga, bro. No aesthetic background, nothing, bro. I really do this shit. I really been making money consistently, and yeah, bro, that's honestly pretty much it. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. Again, if you do want to work with me one-on-one, go to my Instagram, DM me the word organic, and we see what we can do. If not, bro, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't need your money. Like I said, I do this shit. So yeah, bro, I appreciate you guys watching this video, bro. Keep grinding, keep pushing, bro. You're coming up next, bro. You're next, bro, and this is gonna help you get to the next level, bro. So yeah, bro, again, I appreciate you guys watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.